Thank you, Councilmember Do.
Well, I just want to thank you, Councilman Contreras, for bringing up the issue to have a Vietnamese translator as well as the web page in Vietnamese. I really like the San Antonio's City of San Antonio web page that had a little tab to say Espanol. You click on it, and they have a totally complete web page in Spanish, virtually everything. I just want to thanks to the police department, Chief Lalabac, and Commander Upstill for doing a tremendous job providing services to the homeless people. And we all know that law enforcement is not trained to deal with homeless, but we always get shoved into the limelight. We're first responder, and it's great. It's just like to see a lot of police department around the nation that team up with resources like mental health and community service. City Nest is new. We don't have it in Long Beach. But I talked to the commander Upstill personally, and I can hear his compassion, his care in doing police work and serving the public, protecting the public, but at the same time protect the constitutional right of the homeless people. So thank you very much, sir. Great job. I have received a lot of phone call relating to an event. I don't know how to address this issue since I'm new at this. Okay, so I have to wait until I'm public comment at this point. So correct me if this is the appropriate time to move up. A lot of people call me regarding the Valentine event at the Hilton waterfront in Huntington Beach, in which Councilman Charlie Nguyen and Vice Mayor Kimberly was in attendance in the presence of a very controversial Vietnamese singer, Đàm Vĩnh Hưng, who's believed to be like a Communist Party for whatever reason. He's had to come to town in Westminster and perform and cause an uproar from the Vietnamese community, and that the police have to dispatch to handle the potential riots. They asked me what was the reason, if number one, was I invited? Number two, why would the city issue a certificate of appreciation to an event outside of Westminster? So, and another issue, they asked me to recall that certificate if I can. So I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Just want to wait until this time to make this comment. Anyone care to respond?
Councilman Do, so are you done? Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. So next, who would like to respond, or I go? Vice Mayor Ho, you'd like to go first?
I just relay the message. I try to attack anybody. Just want to know.
Okay, but you know what? Could we not have this back and forth? I mean, okay. City Attorney, this is a comment, to time for comment. So I appreciate your comment, and I could answer that. Is the number one is, when I went there because I was invited by a owner of one of the jewelry stores from our city. She owns a business in the city of Westminster, and she is her store is located in at City of Westminster Mall. So the jewelry company is the one that was being recognized, so not herself. So I believe that was the purpose I was there. It was put on by one of the three companies. That's one of the three companies. And apparently myself, it was not advertised anywhere on the ticket, nor I was told, and I believe the organizers did not even know that the singer was going to come. So he came, usually these things you come up on stage around, at the start, at the very beginning of the event, and usually around 7 o'clock, 7-ish it started. And I believe it went all the way through the night until like 2 o'clock in the morning was the time that the event ended. I was not there for that long, and I basically left by the time Mr. Valentine came. So from what I know, the event organizers said they sold a table to a group of people. And so it's like you and I, like if we were to purchase a table for 10 and we distribute the tickets to our friends. Well, they didn't know that one of the friends was Valentine. So anyway, my conscience is very clear about that. So I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to explain. And the recognition is because she owns a business in the city. Okay, so since it's my turn to speak, I wanted to, make sure we clarify. It's on a different topic. When we talk about staff, I just want to clarify, because I think there's been so much misunderstanding on this council that it just leads to a lot of, it's just not a very good start of a relationship that we could have on this council. So when we talk about staff, I just want everyone to know that we're talking about there's approximately 300 people on staff. Correct me if I'm wrong, our city manager. Roughly 300.
Yes, with full and part-time.
Yes. So when we talk about staff, we're not talking about the 300. We're talking about, correct me if I'm wrong, again, the directors, the assistant city manager, and the city manager. How many are we talking about? Our directors, like for instance, Miss Dana Daubert, who's in front of me, usually these at city council meetings, is it correct that, what do you call them? The directors, the assistant manager, and yourself, Mr. Eddie Manfro, the manager. What do you call that group?
The department heads, my executive team.
Okay, your executive team. But many of us use this word staff to refer to your executive directors. And so I feel that's really a big misunderstanding. So I'd like everybody to understand when they talk about staff, they're referring to 300. And I really don't think anybody is talking directly to the 300 people. Okay, I know that I talk to the executive members. So that would be the directors. They're required to be here when we have council meetings. That way we could talk to them directly when it comes to an agenda that they are responsible for. And I see Mr. Marwan, who's also another director, and Sherry. So our, what should I call you? Financial director. Financial executive director. And so I believe that there's a lot of misunderstanding. And so I think that from now on, let's refer to executive directors, or is that all right, Eddie? But we should not refer to staff. We don't talk to 300 staff. We're only talking to the directors, the assistant manager, and the manager. So if that's what we mean, then we should be calling them what? Executive staff?
You're asking me how to refer to the department heads?
Yes.
You could refer to them just as department heads or the executive staff?
The executive staff, okay? So let's not cut it short and say staff and get people upset. And they think that we're going directly to the 300 staff members. We just don't. Okay, I hope that clarified some. Okay?
But you still have to go through the city manager in order to get the information you want from your staff, even the department head.
Well, our city manager already clarified that last week. So if or last meeting, if he's in charge, I don't want it to be a back and forth again. Okay, so I would like maybe put that on the agenda if you like. We could talk about that, how we should be addressing our executive directors, or how should we collaborate, okay? But I believe if we said Mr. Eddie Manfro, our manager, is in charge, he spoke very clearly, okay? And he said, quote unquote, correct me if I'm wrong, Eddie, if you're speaking to my directors or my assistant manager, you are speaking to me, okay? So if I'm wrong about that, please let me know, okay?
No, that's pretty much what I recall.
Yes, that's what I thought so. So, I just don't want this misunderstanding creating problems again. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Vice Mayor Ho, next, Councilman Nguyen.
I know it's late in the night, and I like to refer back to the AB 1, 2, 3, 4 again. You know why I have to tell you that I felt putting down as an elected official, and I want to hold my high standard? Let me tell you, and then let me ask the mayor and the council members. You heard from Councilmember Do. This body assigned me as a spokesperson to go to the meeting. And I know my responsibility. I take charge in my roles and responsibility. I don't need anybody to remind me of what I need to do. You heard that. I don't know how you feel. But he said what? I am there to police you. Let me ask the mayor and also the council and also the staff. If you trust me and you assign me to do that, I know what I'm doing. I hold my standard. If you guys are asking him to be there to police me, I want to verify whether you guys did that or he did it on his own. I would like to ask the mayor and also the council member, as well as the city managers and the city attorney. You heard that already. I'm there to police you. I want to let you know that's the mentality of the council right now. We need to work together. We don't need to be policing different members of the council when they know exactly. You have to hold your standard. You don't go around and look at this person that way, this way and that way, and you have doubt in them. How can you work together when you have doubt in them? You have to have yourself in the higher standard. Okay? That's why I felt, I don't know how you feel, but I'm hurt by that comment. You heard that very loud and clear, Council Member.
Can I respond?
Now, the second one, I'm sorry, it's my turn that I need to finish it. The second one about Dam Vĩnh Hưng is a very controversial person, okay? Now, it's totally forced, and we shouldn't be bringing it up here and talk about it. Now, let me tell you why. It's already wrong from the community standpoint, and as a council member, we need to talk to each other. And as a matter of fact, we have clarified that on we go on media and clarify that. Now, they were looking at the picture. There are two pictures. And we were there on stage. And Councilmember Ho presenting the plaque. Now, because of those people stand there, they thought one of them is Dam Vĩnh Hưng, the controversial person that we're talking about. That's not the guy. I'm sorry to say that's not the guy. And here the community is saying that, okay, because they just label us as a communist. And they said that we actually present the plaque to the communists. Now, let me tell you, the city of Westminster have come up with different ordinance and resolution to prevent the communists to be here. And We are not doing that. We are being labeled. We are being suffered by that. And now here at the county, at the city, we are once again being labeled as that. You know, whatever it is, we need to find out. If that is the case, he can always talk to us. Hey, is that true story? Is that true? Now, it was wrong from the beginning, and we clarify that, and now it's wrong again. And I think it's just a waste of time. You know, the mentality is, you know, the council members of this body here, in the meeting, assign me to go to the meeting and listen to what they said and come back, and I did exactly what I should did. And I did not tell anybody, not talk to anybody besides city manager. And what I told the city manager told me that you can do an oral report. That's all. I didn't even tell him anything. Now, I'm surprised, but I wasn't thinking the way that he said, I am there to police you. That's the mentality that I'm talking about here. Now you know how I feel. That we, the elected official, we have to hold a high standard. I'm not used to that because I do with what the public trusts in me, and I will deliver it. If I do something wrong, I am guilty with the court of law. I am guilty with the people who entrusted in me for the council, for this council member. So I will once again to let you know I'm hurt with the statement. I am there to police you. Number one, he has no role to be there because this body here assigned me to go there, and I hold my responsibility to go there and do exactly this body want me to do. And I'm surprised. I'm very surprised by hearing what he said.
If I could just interject really quickly, the name, you know, thank you for the comment, but I just wanted to tell you that the person that I was on stage with, yes, they did think that I was standing next to Dan Vinh Hưng. And, you know, when I went on stage, before I went on stage, I really didn't know the name of that guy. I asked the person next to me, is that guy who came by, the same guy, stood with me on stage? I asked the lady next to me, I said, that guy who just came by and asked, how are we doing with our food? I asked her, I said, is he a waiter? And she laughed at me. She said, oh, no, he's not a waiter. He's a director of a movie. And that's who stood next to me on stage, a director of a movie. And I really don't know what movie. His name is Nguyen. So if you need to, you know, make it public and you want to tell your friends, you want to tell people, that is not Dan Vinh Hưng, okay? He came, what time he came, I heard the next day, I heard he came like around 11, okay? I went on stage around 7-ish, 8 o'clock. The person, again, next to me, whom I thought was the waiter, turned out to be the director, a movie director, Nguyen. Thank you. I hope that ends everything. Thank you.
Well, you know what? I did not say I was there to police you. This is exactly what I said. I was there to make sure you was there. And it was as a show. I was there, but when I see you, I quickly left after a couple of minutes. And because I know that you were there to report back. But the first meeting with the TED organizer, you did not report anything back at the next city council. So that's why I just want to swing by to see if you're not there. I want to sit down and listen to what they have to say. Another thing is that true about the Dan Vinh Hưng and all that stuff? You know, I don't know. I wasn't there. And I can only report back what the people who are calling me, been contacted me. And it's my job at the city council to represent the people and answer their questions. And they don't know what to do. All you have to do is just explain yourself, and that's it. I'm not making any accusation. I wasn't there. And saying that you hurt and all that stuff, too drama. Really? So all you have, even if you were there and I were there, does it make any difference? This is a free country. We all get invited. It's your job to go to the meeting and report back to the city council. I let you do that. I don't jump all over the place. I was there because I want to be there. But then when I see you there, I quickly left. I did not know about all the detail about the budget and the overrun cost for the Tet Parade. I did not know all that stuff. All right? It seems to me like every time I say something, you always pick a fault and try to come back and attack.
No, sir. Let me respond.
Well, you know, every time I say something, that's exactly what happened.
Let me respond.
Do you need to do that?
No.
You know, every time I talk to you, yeah, we want to work together, but then every time I say something on the dice, and that's exactly what kind of response I have.
Let me respond to that. Now, you all heard that I said that I was there and Council Member Do was there. And now I ask if you want to report anything. I'm asking politely if he's want to report anything before I report myself. I didn't say anything. Now because I am with good intention that, okay, if you want to report anything, then you go ahead and make it first. And then I will do my part. Okay, simply is that. Okay, the second thing is that I am stunned when he came out and said, I am there to police, you know.
I did not say I was there to police you.
Right, you were there to watch me if I'm there. What is that means? I don't want to say any more about it.
All right. Excuse me. So, all right, Council Member, I understand that you want to bring up anything happen in the community to inform the member from the public. However, there are some issues that I hope that, you know, we going to set aside, and I hope in the future, all members of the City Council, we come to work together. I understand that we are different. We have a lot of events that we have to go, and you're more than welcome to go any event that you are invited. But I hope in the future that if you have any concerns that you think that, you know, may create some of the tension in meeting, please try to avoid that and talk to each other. I believe that a member from the public, they want to see that we all work together to move on the city forward. So I hope that after this meeting, we going to set aside any conflict, any issue that we may have. I hope.
So am I correct bringing that issue up at this particular time of the meeting? I mean, just want to know, because, you know, I don't want to call anybody up and then they're going to blame me that I violated the Brown Act for having a serious meeting. That's the reason why I haven't talked to anybody in person. Does it make any sense?
Okay, you can always talk.
When do we do it? When do we do it? Something
right?
like this, and I have to address the issue on the behalf of the people.
Just one point I want to make it clear that he said that I didn't report the first meeting.
Can I have the...
All right, so I mean, I respect all members of the City Council. I totally respect that. You're more than welcome to bring up any issue that you believe that really benefit members from the community. However, I truly believe that the community, they want to see all five of us, we work together. And if we bring up any issue, you know, we try to understand, we try to learn from each other, or we try to help other members of the City Council, rather than we bring up the issue and we create more tension. That's what I want to say. But I totally respect, you know, all of your point of view. You're more than welcome to say anything you believe. I hope after the meeting, we all come back and work together. All right? All right? So with that, I'd like to adjourn the meeting. And the next regular meeting will be on Wednesday, March 13, 2019, 7 p.m. in the council chamber. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you, city staff. I'm sorry you have to stay this late.